Well, good morning. I hope that what you see this morning is a view of the eastern sky. I'm reading this morning from the New English Bible. I've mentioned it before. It's a very easily readable version to me. I'm continuing on the theme of scriptures in the Bible that somehow have been brought up by the Nave's Topical Bible, great tool, by putting in the word full in the whole Bible and seeing where the words are. And so I'm just going to try and read some of those to you this morning. There is no place for arrogance before thee. Thou hatest evildoers. Thou makest an end of all liars. Keep me, O God, for in thee I have found refuge. I have said to the Lord, Thou, Lord, art my felicity. The gods whom earth holds sacred are all worthless, and cursed are all who make them their delight. Those who run after them find trouble without end. Those were Psalms 5:5 and 14:1. This is 53:1. Listen, O God, to my pleading. Do not hide thyself when I pray. Hear me and answer, for my cares give no peace. My cares give no peace. I don't know how all of these came up under full. It would, if I read them, you want to take a bit with them. I'll probably go back later and read them myself slowly. Try and figure out how the thinkers of the Topical Bible saw this to come up under the word full. Still in Psalms. Now my little thing here says 74:18-12. Maybe I should look back. Well, I guess I'm the one that's the fool this morning. Somehow, I know what I did, is I put all of these to the right of the page. When I read them, I need to look at the chapter verses. Chapter verses were added later for our convenience. And so that when I talk about a place in the Word, I can go back and look at it. When Jesus talked about the Word, he would say, it is written. And I like that because it means I don't have to memorize where these are, but if you and I want to communicate very well, these are helpful to us. This is Psalms 14:1 now, and the other was 16:1, and I don't know, we're going back again. No, I'm not a fool. I can't say that. That's not nice. It's not right. It's unbiblical. But I should say that I did make a little error there. The impious fool says in his heart, there is no God. How vile men are, how depraved and loathsome. Not one does anything good. Now 53:1. The impious fool says in his heart, I think I've heard this before, there is no God. How vile men are, how depraved and loathsome. Not one does anything. Have you ever said there is no God? Have you ever really said it and meant it? Have you called out to the heavens, to the eastern sky, to the western sky, to the trees and the grass, and said there is no God? Have you said, God, you do not exist? I did that once. And when I did it, I was a very low place in my life, a young person, away at college for my first time. And things were not going well for me. The transition from high school to college was a very hard one for me. It took a long time. And I walked out one night across a field at Texas A&M University. And out in that field, I cried to the trees and the plants and the sky. Finally I said, God, you do not exist. And when I said it, I realized that I was not talking to myself and had just validated his existence for me. Strange. Okay. Okay. 74, Psalms 74, 18 through 22. Remember, O Lord, the taunts of the enemy. The scorn of savage nation pours on thy name. Cast not to the beast the soul that confesses thee. Forget not forever the sufferings of thy servants. Look upon thy creatures. They are filled with hatred, and earth is the haunt of violence. Let not the oppressed be shamed and turned away. Let the poor and the downtrodden praise thy name. Preacher voice there. Rise up, O God. Being silly now. Maintain thy own cause. Remember how brutal men taunt thee all day long. Psalms 107, 17. Some were fools. They took to rebellious ways, and for their Transgression, they suffered punishment. I don't want to be silly about that. Don't want to be silly about that at all. But God loves us. He's not a God that can't let us laugh and have fun. But some things are very serious, and we should take them very serious. Proverbs 1, 7 through 22. Well, that's a long bit. No, I'm sorry, that's not 7 through 22. That's 7, 22. The fear of the Lord. Now that's what I was talking about. Don't be so silly that you're not afraid of the knowledge that He'll discipline. Oh, that's what it's going to say. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools scorn wisdom and discipline. Scorn. Fools scorn wisdom and discipline. Simple fools, how long will you be content with your simplicity? That was Proverbs 1:7 and 1:22.